Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Cloud and Data with Kaushik. So in this session, we are going to see that how we can launch two EC2 instances under classic load balancer. Okay, so this is the agenda of this meeting, and I hope I am audible to all of you. And first, we have to know what is classic load balancer. So I am writing the concept and the definition. What is classic load balancer? And that Amazon became the CLB. Amazon CLB. This classic load balancer is one of the load balancing solutions provided by AWS or Amazon Web Services to distribute incoming application traffic across multiple EC2 instances. To distribute incoming application traffic, across multiple EC2 instances. Amazon EC2 instance. Okay. So while newer load balancing options such as we have that application load balancer, we have that network load balancer, but classic load balancer is still supported. So we have to know that some key features of classic load balancer. So key features that I'm writing that points, key features of classic load balancer. The first point, that first feature that we can say layer 4 and layer 7 load balancing. So layer 4 and layer 7 in the OSI model, right? Layer 7 load balancing. Just I adding the points, the key features over here, okay? So just so what is layer 4 and layer 7 load balancing? So classic load balancer can operate at both layers. So it can operate that TCP/UDP, and layer 7 we can see that HTTP or HTTPS. So it can provide flexible for different types of application. Okay, health checks, that is one of the main key features. Health checks. Okay, so classic load balancer regularly checks the health of registered instances to ensure that traffic is directed only to healthy instance. So this is one of the key features of classic load balancer. First feature is that it supports layer 4 and layer 7 load balancing. Layer 4 means TCP, either TCP or transmission control protocol or UDP. And layer 7, we can say that HTTP and HTTPS. HTTP/HTTPS. Okay, these two layer of the OSI model. Okay, this load balancing support. Health checks, that is one of the key features. And cross-zone load balancing, that is also important features of that support by the classic load balancer. Cross-zone load balancing. Okay, so what is cross-zone load balancing? Distribute. So understand, distribute incoming traffic evenly across instances in multiple edge ability zone. This helps ensure high availability. That means it ensures HA and fault tolerance. For that, cross-zone load balancing support also provided the classic load balancer. Okay. The fourth point we can say SSL termination. So classic load balancer support SSL termination, and it allow it to offload SSL processing from backend instances. This helps in reducing the computational load on instances. So just I have mentioned all the points here, but in the description, I will just add some, whatever I told, right, the description. So that I will add over there. So the fourth point that we can say SSL termination. And fifth point, I can say that session stickiness. That is also one of the key features of classic load balancer. So classic load balancer supports session stickiness, and it ensures that requests from a particular client are always directed to the same backend instances. Okay, this is useful for maintaining session state. So session stickiness is one of the key features of classic load balancer. Session stickiness. And classic load balancers support session stickiness, ensuring that requests from particular client are always directed to the same backend instance. So it maintains the session state. And it's one of the other features that it can integrate it with other AWS services. So integration with other AWS services. Okay. So classic load balancer integrate with other AWS service such as auto scaling. We have providing a solution for automatically adjust capacity based on the demand. So it has also one of the key features. So it can automatically integrate with other AWS services, like we can provide the auto scaling facility, providing a solution for automatically adjust the capacity based on the demand. And seventh features that we can say the simple configuration. Okay, that is one of the key features. Simple, there is no headache of configure this classic load balancer. Simple configuration, that is one of the key features, that setting up a classic load balancer involves creating a load balancer, defining listeners, and specifying instances to be registered with the load balancer, and it provides a straightforward configuration process. There is no complex configuration process. That is a simple configuration process of classic load balancer. So you can understand some concept of classic load balancer. And now in the demo, we are going to see that how we have to create the classic load balancer and how we have to launch the instances under this classic load balancer. So without any delay, just go and jump to that EC2, that AWS console, right? So I hope my screen is visible to all of you. And now we just go to that our EC2 instance. We can see that earlier we have done one demo for that EC2 instances, how we can launch and configure with the user data, and under the custom VPC, how we to launch the instance. And now this demo, we have to create the instances. First, we have to create the instances. So go to instances running. You can see only one instance is running, no issue. We can create one instance. In order to create the instance, just click the launch instance. Okay. And you can provide the name of that instance, what the name you want to provide. At any name you can write as per your choice. So I can write instance 1. So web instance 1, you can write web instance 1. And here just you can see that instance type Amazon Linux. We can say Amazon Linux instance. And just scroll down. Here you have to choose the AMI, right? So after providing the name, right, I have added the name web instance 1, and here you have to choose the Amazon Linux instance. And here you have to choose that free tier eligible, that Amazon Linux 23 AMI, no issue. So you can check the instance type, and instance type we can check that T2 micro. Okay. And also just scroll down and check the key pair name. So earlier I have used this key pair. You can also use that one, or you can create, like I already used this S3 access key pair. So you can also create your own key pair. So create a new key pair and just click over there, na? And you can click a key pair name and .pm file. Okay. So you have that one, and you have to keep in that place from where you can launch the instances, and go to the network setting. So these three steps we have done, right? And now we have to go to that network settings. You can see that edit option, right? Network setting edit option. Just see the edit option. Just click on the edit option, and instead of default VPC, we have to check that custom VPC. The previous demo I have add this custom VPC. Just select this custom VPC, web VPC, right? This is your custom VPC, and we have to create two subnets in that custom VPC. You can see, and these two instances, those two subnet we have there, and we have the default. We have that select existing group and security group. That security group that we have added over there. Okay. And as of now, we already seen in the previous demo. So just ensure that one thing, we have to click on the advanced details, and in the advanced details, we have to add some user data. Okay. This user's data automatically launch that EC2 instance, and also showing that web pages, right? So I already created one. So again, I am just writing that script, and don't worry, I will add that script in that description box from where you can collect. So this is that script that I can write, and yum update minus y. So that means whenever that instance launch, and after that you have to update the instance with that latest version. There are any security issues, any patches. That for that, the good practice is that you have to update your system, right? So first command is that yum update minus y. So yum is it's a package manager kind of thing, you can say, and it is accessible when you choose that EC2 Linux based instance, right? And then you have to write yum install, and yum install you can write minus y httpd. This is that http server that I have to install. So minus y means you don't need, no need to ask any prompt, yes or no. It will directly launch that, you can directly install that httpd. Okay. And now we have to start that httpd in order to write systemctl start httpd. Okay. And next we have to enable. Once you start that http server, now we have to enable it. So you can write systemctl enable httpd. Okay. And next we have to write the echo. Echo means you have, that is a Linux command, right? It can print, means it will replace that echo syntax like kind of print. Or if you work in the PHP, so you can write print. You are working the JavaScript, then you can or Node.js or React, so you can write the console log. Same thing, you will write echo. Okay. Inside the echo, I just write one HTML tag, and that has been replaced in that index.html. So this is that HTML h1 tag, and that I'm going to write over here, and that is your welcome to AWS network. You can write AWS network web server. Okay, web server, and here you have to pass one variable. So you have to pass the host name. So in order to pass the host name, just write dollar, simple line host name, and minus f. Okay, and it will provide the host name. So you have done your echo, and you have to add where it can be replaced by default, that HTML file is located inside this location or www html slash index.html. Okay, so this is the script that I have to copy over here, and this script I will add in the description box, no issues. So this is the script. This is the user data. So user data, custom bootstrapping, uh, when custom bootstrapping data, user data custom bootstrapping when launch the EC2 instances. So this is the data we have to configure. So you no need to go inside that EC2 instance without entering inside that EC2 instance. You can enable to learn, you can enable to configure your own script over here. Here inside the user data, it is optional. You can pass your user data or not pass, but in that demo, I have to choose that user data option. So I have passed this user data. Okay. And this is a static HTML page you have to add, right? So now other parts still remaining. There is no changes in other parts. So number of instances one, no issue. So you can launch the instance. Okay. So click on launch instance. You can see that instance is running, means configure, and successfully we have launched the instance. So go to the EC2 dashboard again and go to the instance running and just refresh the page. Once the instance will be available, the new instance that will be showing inside that instance state running. So we have already filtered, we are creating the filters. So only running instances we can going to produce. Okay. So this is the web instance one, and you can see it is running. You have to wait. And here I am going to change instance. No, web. This is the instance. Yes. So web instance, you can create some name. I just change to instance one. Web server instance one. Okay. So this is the first instance that we are going to create. And have to wait for the initializing state. So status checks that should be 2x2 check passed. That is recommended. So only web instance one is ready, and we have to launch other instance. So go to launch instance again. Just go to launch instance, and here you can write web server. Just 1 minute. Just go to the EC2 instance running and copy the name. First copy the name and only other instances that happen. So launch your instance. And just add the name 1p. Okay. Or you next. So you can see that EC2 instance that I've select everything is okay. No need to change your key Where also you have to check S3 access key pair, or you can add your own key pair, no issues. Go to network setting and edit, and here we have to check, make some changes. So check web VPC, click, and here we have to choose that web subnet 2B. Okay. Now this subnet we have created this instance. Earlier instances we have to create in that US 2A. Okay. Auto assign enable, select that existing group. Yes, so this is the default existing group that I'm going to create, and in the advanced details, go to the advanced details and just paste the same code over here. Okay, this is the user data script that I'm going to add over here. Okay. And so as of now, what I've done, we have launched, I'm going to write, we have launched 2 instances in two into different subnet, but under under custom VPC. What is your VPC name? That is your web VPC, right? I hope. Okay. So first instance, I'm just writing. As of now, we have done, right? And now you have to go and launch your instance. So click on launch instance. You can see it will take some time. Yes. So go to the EC2 dashboard and go to the instance running and just refresh the page. So web instance 1B also coming. Once it will be available, we have to wait some time, and you can just refresh the page. You can see I'm refreshing the page, and wait some time, and 1B also coming. You can see web instance 1B, and you can see AJ. For AJ is US West 2A for web instance 1. So just copy and just write over here so you can understand better way. Okay. Your AJ is which zone? Your AJ is your US West 2A. Okay. And your other instance, that is 1B, it is also in different way zone. Okay. Just write this thing so you can understand in a better way. So yes, wish to be, just copy it and sorry, just write here. Okay, 2 instances I have done. I have created. Okay. Now we have to just wait for refreshing for the status check for web instance 1B. Those 2 instances we have done. We have to wait. And let's check the website is up and running or not. Okay, so this is the public IP. So this is the public IP, and this is the public IP of your web instance 1, and this is the public IP. Just select this instance and you can get the public IP. Just copy the public IP over there. And now I am just checking the website is running or not. Okay, so just go over there and yes, so just refresh the page. If is there no issues, then website should come. I hope we have to wait. These two websites should come. Just a second. For the 1B also public IP. This is the public IP and this should also come.